With the most recent dip that we've had in the market, it really got me thinking if I was a new investor into this space and I only had $1,000 to invest into crypto, how would I divide up my portfolio? What is going on, guys? My name is Ro. We talk about crypto every single day here on this channel. You can expect 2 to 3 videos right here on this page. So if you guys are new, all I ask in return for these daily consistent crypto updates is that you guys subscribe, you hit the bell notification, and you like this video. And you're probably wondering, I don't even know you. Why should I subscribe? Well, listen, at 20,000 subscribers, we are giving away one lucky person $2,000. And we've been doing this. I've proved it on my social media. You guys can go check it out. But yeah, there's some incentive for you guys to subscribe. And in today's video, this is really just for the people who have heard of crypto or maybe don't know too much about it and are trying to figure out, bro, I have $1,000. How should I properly allocate this? And in my opinion, this is how I would go about it. I want to preface this video by saying, guys, this is not financial advice, but I've been in the market since 2017. I've learned a thing or two, and this is exactly what I would do if I was in anyone else's position. Not financial advice, but let's get right into today's video. So first things first, guys, you want to make sure that you kind of understand what crypto is first. You need to understand what you're getting into. Crypto is very volatile, very risky. If you're coming from the traditional stock market where you're used to 10% gains year on round, which, hey, that's phenomenal. Be expected, guys, to or you be ready, be prepared, sorry, to see those type of gains and losses within hours, within days, within weeks. You guys could literally gain 10% in your portfolio in a couple hours and lose 20% in the next hour. That's just how volatile these markets are. And unlike the stock market, these things run 24/7. Crypto is very, very risky. So please, 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 before you get in, make sure that this $1,000 that you guys even have ready to allocate is funds that if it goes to zero, you don't mind, right? You need to have that kind of mentality when you enter in the crypto market that, hey, whatever I invest, it's okay if I were to lose it. It's not money that I need for rent. It's not money that I need for an engagement ring. It's not money that, hey, if I lose it, my kids don't have food on the table, because that is the wrong way to invest. So without further ado, the first project, guys, that I would definitely buy, and this is what no matter how much money you have, you always want to hedge against your portfolio. And the more money you have, the more allocation you could put towards a hedge. Now, when I say hedge, guys, you really only two projects come to mind. And those are the top two biggest projects, either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, the thing is for Bitcoin, if you want to have Bitcoin as a hedge is basically something that if all else in your crypto portfolio goes to zero, goes down the drain, this hedge that you have, because year on year, or every cycle, it's shown to consistently go up, that hedge is going to outweigh all those losses that you make. And there's really only two projects for that. That's either Bitcoin or that is Ethereum. And in my humble opinion, if you don't have 6 figures to invest with, you really shouldn't be buying Bitcoin, right? Because if you were investing with $10,000, and to me, a hedge should be 50, 60, 70% of your portfolio. Guys, even with 10K, spending 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 into Bitcoin isn't really going to do much, because in order for you to make any substantial money with that, Bitcoin's going to have to double, and that's from where we are right now, that's like $180,000. Okay, not too crazy. However, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. Ethereum is more or less kind of like a fork of Bitcoin, but that has a lot of use case to it. Ethereum is the second biggest crypto, guys, ran by Vitalik. Super interesting guy, and it's interesting that we trust him with our money, but he's been spearheading, he's been directing Ethereum in the right way, guys, and we barely scratched the tip of the iceberg this bull run in terms of all-time high. However, there is no doubt in my mind that one day Ethereum is going to go to 10K. So if I had $1,000, $500, $600 right away, I am investing into Ethereum. That is my hedge. Now, if I had $10,000, I would even do upwards of $6,000 or $7,000 invested into Ethereum. If I had 100K, guys, I'm doing 70K straight into Ethereum. Ethereum is the bread and butter. It is literally, guys, my favorite project. It is what I think is going to perform well. It is my highest conviction play, and I will take that to the bank. Okay, ETH right now is so undervalued, sitting at $3,000. We called the bottom of this thing in our private Discord at 1,500 so well back in April. We literally sniped it, and I think we went in with size, like over 5 figures worth of just buying into Ethereum. So if I had $1,000, guys, 500 or 600, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say for the sake of the amount of money that we have, since it's only thousands, it's very little, right? I would say 500. So half of my portfolio going straight into Ethereum. Institutions are tokenizing on Ethereum. Next, they'll have to buy ETH and stake. To increase its economic security, they'll earn yield doing it, which is bullish for ETH. Now, I need you guys to understand, the big institutions, smart money, they're all buying Ethereum, guys, okay? And the next best thing that they have to do is buy and then stake it. They're already tokenizing this thing. They're already coming out with ETFs for this project. Again, there's no doubt in my mind that Ethereum is going to go on to hit 10K sooner or later. DBS Bank has $500 million in Ethereum. On-chain data shows Singapore's largest bank, DBS, received 2,000 ETH from Galaxy Digital today. DBS now holds 158,770 ETH, which is upwards of $500 million in Ethereum. And again, you can see here $706 million in Bitcoin, okay? Pretty crazy. Ethereum is the world's most trusted blockchain for digital assets. You can see they do over 15 million in daily transactions, 148 billion in stablecoin market cap, and they have a value protecting Ethereum of 158 billion. And again, guys, it's proven security and resilience, its scalability and customizable by design, has a global ecosystem, public and private deployment, and there's layer 2s that are built on top of Ethereum. It is literally a playground, guys. And I want you to kind of listen to this video because this is very well put, guys, and Tom Lee just kind of sums it up. You guys kind of want to listen to this video, so I'm going to mute my mic and give you guys a chance to listen to this full thing here.
Actually, Ethereum was initially a fork of Bitcoin, by the way, but with an added feature, which is smart contracts. So what they wanted to do on Ethereum was to say, let's use blockchain technology not just to store value, but now to store information. Ethereum is as a smart contract platform actually also has something called the EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine. So you can run entire programs and conditional contracts on Ethereum. And Ethereum itself is 100% reliable. It has not had a single moment of downtime since inception. It's one of the few blockchains that has never been down. And then if you needed to do more things on Ethereum, you can build what they call layer 2s on top of it. So Ethereum is essentially infrastructure that now is catching the attention of two industries. The first is the financial sector. The stable coins became really viral, a breakaway product for crypto, and that's like the ChatGPT moment. You know, there's $250 billion worth of stable coins. The vast majority of those are minted on Ethereum. Then the Genius Act was passed by this administration and this Congress, and that greenlighted the proliferation of stablecoins onto the blockchain. So banks are now building stablecoin products. That Treasury Secretary Besant thinks that could get to 4 trillion. That's exponential growth, burning gas on Ethereum. And then we have Project Crypto, which is the SEC building, wanting Wall Street to build on the blockchain. Now, all of that collectively, from a Wall Street perspective, is like 1971 for the dollar. And what I mean by that is, in 1971, the dollar went off the gold standard. So in 1971, the dollar became synthetic. And gold was what people bought as a hedge against that synthetic dollar. So you had gold as the trade, and that would be the Bitcoin equivalent. But actually, the synthetic dollar is what created the rails for Wall Street to build all their future products. The futures, curves, derivatives were all because the dollar was a synthetic product. If the dollar was backed by gold, Wall Street would be still a very small business. Well, Wall Street now is going to be building its entire infrastructure onto the blockchain, and the blockchain they're choosing is Ethereum. So this is the 1971 moment where Wall Street is essentially capitalizing on tokenizing the entire world onto a blockchain.
I hope you guys clock that. This is the 1971 moment where these institutions are actually building on top of a blockchain now. Guys, if you understand what this means, this is literally like Ethereum. I've never been more bullish on Ethereum, guys. There's no doubt in my mind that one day this project is going to scale to 20, 30, and even 40, $50,000 one day, right? It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. I just think it's a matter of when. I know this video has been super long, so let's keep going. So like I said, guys, 500 right into that. Now the second project that I'm buying is going to be Solana. Solana is another layer one. Solana is a good play. If you guys are degens, if you guys are in the trenches, you guys know what Solana is, guys. This thing hit an all-time high of about $250, I want to say. Didn't do too crazy, right? Compared to previous all-time highs, it only hit about 257. Where back in the last cycle, it was at 240. But if you were someone who was buying during the bear, guys, if you got in at $19 for Solana, you would still be up a massive amount of money. Now, when it comes to Solana, I'm not going to spend too much time about it, but from that money that we have with $1,000, 500 went into Ethereum. I will probably put $200 into Solana. I'm not going to spend as much time as I did on Ethereum, but according to CoinGecko, Solana records its second consecutive year as the most popular blockchain ecosystem, capturing 26.8% of global interest in chain-specific crypto narratives in 2025. Breaking the total value of tokenized real-world assets (RWAs), which are real use cases in the real world, right, where they tokenize assets. That's what RWA is. Has surpassed $500 million, a new all-time high, which is absolutely crazy. RWA value has scaled to over 500 million on Solana with over 66,000 holders, guys. RWA just simply stands for real world assets that are tokenized on the blockchain. And obviously, a lot of people are flocking over to Solana to do that. Again, not going to spend too much time on Solana, but another play that I would allocate $200 of that 1,000 into. Now, the remaining $300 is something that you want to allocate wisely. And I honestly, guys, I'm a meme coin investor. I like my meme coin. So out of that 300, I will pick half of that, right? 150 or even $200 to go into either one of these. Okay. So these are mid cap meme coins that have a high upward potential. Turbo, you guys know, list on over 40 exchanges, or sorry, over 140 exchanges. Docs Dev, available literally everywhere, guys. Coinbase, Binance, full on listings. Had a run up to $1 billion market cap, now sitting at 133 million. Great community, great artwork, very active. Only been around in this cycle. And out of that $300 that we have remaining, guys, half of that would either go into Turbo. Okay, so 150 either into Turbo, in my opinion, or into Toshi. Toshi is another solid play. Again, amazing community, ran up to about $940 million at its peak, now down to 147. So from a risk to reward standpoint, both of these meme coins are ones that I talk about literally every single day, and for good reason. They have a lot of upside potential. They have great community. They're memes. This dev as well, guys. Coco's Lair, very active, literally moving across the world right now just for the sake of this project. They're everywhere. If you think about meme coins, if you think about the base ecosystem, you think about Toshi, named after the Coinbase owner and Satoshi Nakamoto. Here's another play. So out of that 300, 150, half either into Turbo or into Toshi. And with the remaining 150, guys, I will be tracking the trenches. I will be in the trenches on crypto. I will be navigating crypto X, right? I'll be like just literally over on here, seeing what meme coins are coming out, right? Because with $50, you could literally hit, guys, you know, a 10x. You could hit a 5x because those meme coin plays are coming out every now and then. Oh, well, this is very interesting. Speaking of Ethereum, just a $4 trillion JP Morgan to launch first tokenized money market fund on Ethereum. Very interesting. So meme coins, altcoins, with that remaining $150, guys, what I would do is I would be tracking the trenches, right? You got Pump Fund, obviously, which is one that you guys could go into. Not always on there. I don't really trade Solana meme coins, but you have base meme coins that come out as well, like on the Ape Store. Okay, don't want to see this. Blah blah. Okay, so this is the trenches, right? This is where I would kind of be spending that remaining 150. Again, this is a financial advice, guys. The other one is Ape Store. This is the base equivalent. I love trading base meme coins. What you guys don't want to do is, obviously, I'm not telling you guys to go buy anything. Please, guys, none of this is financial advice. These projects are very high risk, but also very high reward. But the remaining 150, even just $20 into some of these small market cap plays could get you guys a really long way, because literally a 5x could work, a 10x could work, guys. I mean, like, look at this project. It looks pretty solid. Don't even know what this is. Don't know who the dev is. Don't know anything. I just saw it. The artwork looks cool. So yeah, with that remaining $150, I will be actively trying to trade the trenches. And if you guys are looking for a little bit more guidance, you want to know what meme coins I like to buy, what I like to get in, get out of, and how to navigate these trenches, guys, you want to check out the Meme Coin Masters, my private Discord, where you get access to literally everything and get to be a part of an active community of investors who are all after the same goal. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, family. God bless you. And remember, not financial advice, guys. Please remember that. I'm only here to entertain and educate you guys. And with that being said, peace out, y'all.